Welcome to this session of how to install and how to use the software Jyotish Kundali Sangrah. So first step, you go to the location where you have downloaded the software. For me, it is this file jks.exe. I'll open it, simply double click. It's a simple installer. Click next. It will install. Now there are two options that you will see: download Swiss Ephemeris. So this you will have to do since it downloads the ephemeris data. So it's a one-time setup. Download these files. You will need to be connected to internet for this. Okay, so the Jyotish Kundali Sangrah software has started now. So this is the first screen that you will see. It will ask you for the user details. You can add either your details or any details for the time being. So I'll simply add some data here. For these birth time data and dates, you can simply type without the need of putting a slash or a colon. So let me say it's the time is 0912. Simply type and tab out. For adding countries and states, you should type the first few letters, like let's say I'm typing India and I click on the drop down. For state also the same thing. Let's say instead of scrolling there, you can simply type first few letters and then click on the scroller. For city, you can type the name of the city and tab out. It will automatically select the city. So either you can put in the location that you are currently located in so that it helps in the transit calculations, or you can leave it so that it will automatically use the birth location that you've entered as your default transit location. So for this purpose, for showing you, I'll click save here. So this is the first screen that opens, and let me give you walkthrough of these screens. So on the left side, top left, we have the details for the user to fill in for adding any new data directly. On the right side, we have planetary details: what planet, what degrees, which house, nakshatra, what is the state of the planet, whether debilitated, own house, exalted, retrograde. On the bottom left side, we have the North Indian style chart. In the middle, we have South Indian style chart. And on the right side bottom, we have this Nadi directional chart. So if we start with the first thing, let's see the new Kundali creation first. So we click on new. I add in my details. Here you can, as I was mentioning earlier, you can simply type the date without the need of adding the slash. In the time also, you need not add the colon. Country, add few letters, like I'll add IND, select. Same for the state, add few letters. For city, you will have to add the name of the city and tab out. So let's say I added all those details. I click on calculate. So now it calculates the Kundali, and then you can save this data by clicking save data. So now your data has been added. So some of the things that we can see here is there is a more info and JHora button. So once you have clicked the chart, what you can do is, if there is some more information that you want to add about the person, whether the person is alive, whether what's the health of the person, so that it stays in your data. So you can add all those details since this is one of your personal charts. So you can add this data and click save. So this will help you to strengthen your database, add more information, so that for your analysis later on, you will have more information when looking at charts and understanding what events happened and what is the pattern that is getting created. There is an option to also click on JHora. So I can also open this chart into JHora software directly by clicking JHora. The first time when you install it, it will ask for the location of jhora.exe. So you can go there and provide it the location, like for in my case, this is the location. And once I do that, it opens the JHora software and it opens the same details here. So if you want to do any further detailed analysis, you can do here. Okay. Now coming back to the software, all the information that you will be adding automatically it goes into the category called personal data, because this software has more than 40,000 kundalis already added. If you want to check them, you can go into the list all, and if you see one of 41,000 records, so these are the records that are already added. Again, these can be modified also by yourself. If you see any information you want to modify, it is modifiable. If you want to check the data that you added, you click on this button called show only personal data, like test 123 that we just created. Coming back to the next features, there is an option to also add the wiki link. You can click the wiki link if the person that you just added is one of the known personality, there is a wiki link, then you can add it here. You click OK, it will automatically get saved here. Now the important part is, if you have a big library of JHora chart, you can import all of them into the software by going on JHora data, and wherever the list, wherever you have saved all those files, you can select them. Let's say for example I am selecting one, you can select multiple. So if you see it's ready to import, I click on import the data and it selects and imports the files. So coming on to the list all feature, this provides you the entire view of your library. You can use the back next button to go there, or you can use the name letters EJKL and you can go down to your chart. From here you can double click and the chart opens in here. You can do your analysis, or you can also again change all this data. As I'm mentioning, wiki link is already there. So let's say for a known personality, you can check more information about the person for your analysis purpose. Again, you can click on more data, and if you want to add some more information, you can always go and change this information. Coming back to list all, once you apply the filters, if you want to remove the filter, you can always click the all button, so it removes all the filters. Show only personal data, as I was mentioning, only the data that you have added, like these two charts we just imported, so they also show as our personal data. The next thing is you can search for a profession of the person. So let's say if I want to search whether it's cricketer, so as soon as I start typing cricket, you can see it's already filtered the data by cricket. Gender also, you have the filters. If you know of anyone, know the name of person, you can filter by name. So you always click on all to remove all filters. Another feature in the list all is that for some of the columns here, there is a filter provided, like for country, there is option to filter by country. Same for city and profession. So basically you click on filter by country, you can pick any country and you can apply the filter. You can see only acting music related charts got added. To remove the filter, you can obviously click all and it shows all the charts. Coming back to list all, now we have credits where we see all the credits have been given to various softwares and systems for their help. We have a feature called time, which shows you the timeline of events that happened over the time. Now the transit calculator. This is a transits based calculator provided by the author. So if you see today's date, let's say today's 31st of October, if I double click, it shows me where the Surya is, where the Chandra is, the Rashi, the state and the degrees. And these color combinations essentially show you the planets which are into the same Rashi. like Mercury is in Wrishchik and Mars is also in Wrishchik, so the same color combination. For Chandra and Rahu, they're both in Kumbh, Aquarius, so same color combination. Another feature that we have here is this transit schedule tab. In this tab, we have the date along with the planets and their current Rashi and the next Rashi. And it also shows what is the transit date when they are going to change into the next Rashi. So this is very helpful to look at the next transits. You can always change the date and pick another date to look at that date's planetary transits. So now the most important part of the software is the search capability. So first criteria, planetary search, and what you can do is, if you are looking for a specific combination, then you can select those planets and which house you want or which sign or which nakshatra you're looking for. You can add those states. For example, I'm looking for Mars in Gemini. I can add that state and then I can say yes, and I'm also looking for Jupiter in the nakshatra of Pushya. I can add that state and then I click on search criteria. So as soon as you do that, it starts loading the charts which have those combinations. Either I can stop them or let it run. So let's say if I stop it, it stops the search. We'll come back to the search screen, but let's go back to the criteria once. So the more options on this one is you can search on Bhrigu Bindu, or you can look for degrees, specific degrees. So that's about this first criteria, planetary search. Now the next one is the name search criteria. So if you know of a person, let's say you added some chart and you want to find it out, or you are aware that my software this collection already has chart of Mahatma Gandhi, for example, or any other person, you can type in those details. So let's say, let me type in test 123. I know I added this, so I can. Now there are two kind of searches that you can do. You can do exact search, in which looks for the exact text, or you can do, if I unclick it, it does the fuzzy search, as takes any 3 letters and starts looking for that. So let me first do the exact search. So if you see, it found the record test 123 that I just added. Go back to the edit search, and what I can now do is clear the criteria, and let's say I'm looking for a person whose name has the text VIN. So I'll add VIN, I'll click add criteria, and I'll search. So now any person who has this letters VIN, all those will be shown. So this is the fuzzy search enabled, if it helps in your search. And always, as I mentioned, clear the criteria and add your new criteria. The next one is the date and time search. So in date and time search, if you know if the birth date was from this time to this time, that you can add. For example, let me say from 1st January 1989 to 12th December 1989. The criteria, further you can add date range or simply add criteria. Click on search. So all those persons born between this date range, that list will be displayed. Okay. Next is the more options. Here some specific combination, like if you know that house second, house third, these should be blank. That's the kind of chart I'm looking for. So you can add this criteria. So it says empty houses, house second and house third, and you click search. It will show you the list, but for the timing, let me stop it, go back to the screen. Now other criteria could be, you can say I'm looking for retrograde or a combustion pattern, that minimum these many combust planets should be there. So this you can play around and search for your data. Okay. Now the last option is the planetary placement. If you're looking for the kind of comparison, for example, Mars is placed 4th house from Mercury. This is the kind of search criteria. You add this, click search, it searches for that criteria and provides you the results. Okay, we go back to the screen. The screen is intuitive. Add criteria, clear all, then the search and the close button. And now let's talk about the search results. So again, simple criteria. Let me add some data. So I come onto the search results screen. So here in this screen, what all I can do is let's say have these charts. These, as soon as I select them, if you noticed, it added all these charts in this view where you can compare the data. You can see where the planets lie for the comparison. You can always zoom in. It will show you these charts in greater details. If you notice, the North Indian and South Indian, both the charts are available here. I click, I cross it, I come back to the screen. Another feature that we have here is you can add events and look at the transits at the time of events. So if I add, so in order to add the event, what I can do is I double click on any of the chart here, like I did now. Add the date of the event and the time. Click show transit. Now the planets, what you see in the purple color in the second line here, and the fourth and the sixth line, these are the placements of these planets at the time of that particular event. You can do that for other charts. You can zoom the chart for a better look again and analyze the chart. Another feature that I like here is you can additionally, if you want to do a detailed analysis of these charts, you can click JHora and these charts will be opened in the JHora software. So now if you see, it has opened those 3 charts here, all of them, and I can do more analysis here if needed. Another feature that is my personal favorite is this analyze button. Once you click analyze, it opens the insights screen, which shows you Nadi related insights, like if you see for this particular person, what was the energy flow as per Nadi, the second person and the third person, what are the Nadi related flows, what is the ascendant, and other details. On the fourth column, in the key insights and common aspects, you can see some common aspects across these 3 charts. And these are beautiful insights that you can use for your analysis. You can find your patterns, find dictums through this. Some of the features that I forgot to mention, like this reshow result. If you click on this, it shows you your last search results. This is handy if you want to go back to search results. Another thing is if you go in list all and there is one particular chart that you want to add to your analysis results. So what you can do is you can click on that particular any chart, right click on that and say add to analysis. Once I do that, if you see, if I go back to reshow results, this one particular record has now been added to our records. So this way, if there is any chart that you want to be added to your search results for your analysis, then you can add those, and then you can pick them up here and analyze them. One more thing I noticed that I forgot to mention is whenever you are on a particular chart and you want to see the current transit on top of that chart, you can simply double click on this bar, and as soon as you click, you see the planets in the purple color are those which are the transit planets, and you can see them in all of them, North Indian, South Indian, and also in the BNN Directional chart. You can double click to remove them. Another feature in the reshow result is that when you select any of the chart, let's say I select this particular chart and I double click it to open it in the JKS software, here the wiki details and the category of the person, like this is a writer, this can be changed. So if I right click on the writer, I can change the category. I can simply manually write or select one of the fields and save that. Similarly, for wiki, I can change the link. So this helps to update the data. This feature is useful if you find any anomaly in the data, you can always fix it. Another feature is this: any of this already provided chart, you can always convert to a personal chart or vice versa by clicking this link. Like this particular is a chart from the already provided data. I can convert it to a personal data by selecting this and clicking update data. Once I do that, if I go into list all and I select the personal data, you will see that this chart, Rennie Harlan, is here. And with this, I come to the end of my presentation. That's all I had for today. If there is something that I missed that you are not able to understand, feel free to send an email to the provided email ID on the website. I wish you all the best on your journey on astrological research. Thank you for your valuable time. Have a great day.